Hello, and welcome back to my channel, Kylie Savage Psychic Medium. This is a reveal video for the Nature's Whispers Oracle cards by Angela Hartfield and illustrated beautifully by Josephine Wall. Okay, I bought these cards quite a while ago, and I said I would do a reveal video on them because I use them in my weekly Oracle card reading. And I saw them on another medium's page. They were doing readings on Facebook, and I was like, oh, what are those cards? They are exquisite, and I need to have some. So I ended up ordering them. I want to let you know that I ordered them through Booktopia. They came really quickly, so they must have plenty of stock. They were a really reasonable price, and I've never worked with these decks before. Or anything by Blue Angel. I've seen some of their other Oracle card decks that they publish, and I'm not able to find out much about Angela Hartfield. She does have a website, and she is on Facebook, and she's launching new Oracle cards. She has a few, and I think it's the Healing Whispers of the Ocean, something like that. Has beautiful sea turtles on the cover. That's the latest one she's launching. But yeah, I just wanted to do a little bit of a reveal and let you know I mostly read from Colette Baron Reid's Oracle card decks because they are the best. They're certainly the best for me. I teach Oracle Club too, and I'll be relaunching that in 2020, and that's using the Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron Reid, and it's teaching how to do a 6-card reading. So I use other decks. I mix and match all my decks. I also like Kyle Gray's decks. I have one by Doreen Virtue. Any other decks that really speak to me. I have a few from Denise Lynn. I have the Divine Feminine Oracle by Megan Waterson. But I mix and match Colette's decks and other people's decks in that 6-card reading. And what I do is in the 5th and 6th card position, I ask for those cards to deliver any, further insights and clarification on the main 4-card reading. I also ask for a guide to step forward. So if I'm using the Goddess Power Oracle or Goddess Guidance or Angel Prayers or something like this, I'm asking for a guide to step forward. Or I might use my Moonology deck by Yasmin Boland for an astrology reading, particularly if it's close to the new moon or the full moon. And I'm asking for guidance with whatever came up in that 4-card reading. And I started doing this because as a reader, I may see people, I used to do walk-in readings, and I might see a client once. Some of my other clients have been with me since I began reading, and that's a long time. I've been reading for almost 20 years, so I've had a very loyal, strong client base. Anyway, some people would come in and see me, and I know Spirit brought them in, just for that moment to have that experience with me. And they'd say things to me like, I saw your sign, or I saw your photo, and I just had to come in. Something just called to me. And I went, yeah, Spirit just has a hook and just brings them to me. Now, anything can come up in a reading, and over these almost 20 years of readings, I say I can't be shocked anymore. But, we talk about everything, life, death, everything in between. And some things can be quite confronting, and I'm a very sensitive soul. I'm very empathic. I'm a mother, I'm a very caring person, and I'm an expert worrier. So I would be worried about these people. I know that they're probably never going to come back and visit me again. This is a once-off experience. And so I wanted Spirit to take extra care of that person, that client, before they left. And these decks like this, they're called, by Colette, she calls them an extra hug from the universe. She has a beautiful deck called Postcards from Spirit. And they're just an extra hug from the universe. And what I wanted was some extra love and guidance and support for that client who I may not see again. I wanted Spirit to reassure me more than anyone that this person was going to be okay. So if I could pull out the guide reading or the extra hug from the universe, there could be some reassurance for both of us that this situation was going to be resolved perfectly, that this person was going to be okay, whether or not I would ever see them again or not, that all is well. So that's why I love working with decks like this, and because I'm also an artist, I just had to have, huge respect for the artwork. So what I did find out about Angela Hartfield is she is a spiritual teacher, a psychic, a medium, very much an angel intuitive, and a spiritual teacher. So this deck, here's the little guidebook, nice and thin, look at that. This deck really offers a lot of spiritual guidance. Could just be a snapshot of where your energies are at, just one word or a feeling or one, small piece of guidance to help you on your way. So the guidebook is really simply laid out. It gives you a little bit of information about how to do spreads. As she said, I'm teaching in Oracle Club how I do the 6-card reading, and that's adapted from Colette Baron Reid's Flow System. So you'll see here, each card has a message, and it's really, just simply laid out. They're really positive messages. I like that. And, you're going to find some universal wisdom in the cards. Now, look at these cards. I'll just show you a few of them. There we go. What's this one? Renewal of Peace. I think they'd be beautiful cards to meditate on too, or use as journal prompts. Be your best self always. Who said? Little hug from the universe. Something that's just going to inspire you and help you on your way. Make a decision. There's cards in here that remind me of the Wisdom of Avalon, the journey markers. Things like an encouragement about how to take action, like looking at where you're at and how to take the next right action. Okay, what's this one? You are worth it. Beautiful affirmations. That's what I'd say a lot of these cards are. But absolutely gorgeous. I highly recommend the deck. You're not going to have any nasty surprises. Assurance. These ones remind me of journey markers. You might have things like forgiveness, assurance, making a decision. Could also be seasons in there as well. And this one is lovely. Celebrate differences. So acceptance, things like that. And if you're going to do one card readings from this, the way that I teach people how to do that is to use their logical mind first and go through and just describe everything they see. It's a process that you can use if you're going to do psychometry or a photo reading. What happens is we go into the logical brain and we process all the information and we start talking and getting it out. So we start saying what we see. So I describe it. I can see dolphins. I can see a nautilus shell. I can see, a winged like Pegasus horse, rainbows, swans, and then I would start, just talking about what I'm seeing. The colours, it's a very fantasy picture, everything's entwined. I feel like it's all about different worlds, flights and flights of fantasy, that sort of thing. Imagination, sparking joy, magic, things like that. And as I'm talking, my intuition gets switched on and spirit meets me, along the way, and the intuitive flow begins. So that's how I teach things, and these cards would be great for that because there's so much detail in the artwork. And often you'll find when you're doing a reading and you pull out a card like this for your client, it might just be one piece of information like the swans. The swans for me, they're in other decks that I know of, and they're about transformation. It actually represents death, the swan, because the swan sings a song as it's dying. It's called your swan song. So it'd be things like, your client's going through a period of transformation, the old is dying, you encourage them to embrace the new, what is it they've got to look forward to, that sort of thing. So, as she said, even when you get cards that are super detailed, don't think that you have to read from all the information, give them some information from everything on the card. You are creating a story, emotion, a snapshot for this point in time for yourself or for your client. And everything will link in and flow and be interconnected. Even if it doesn't seem like it during the reading, you should get a good idea of how things are layering up. Each card's meaning is laid upon the next, and how you're going to be able to give your client a whole picture, story, emotion. Okay, so that is the nature spirit Oracle by Angela Hartfield and illustrated by Josephine Wall. And definitely go and check out Angela and check out some of her other decks. And it's by Blue Angel Publishing. Let's see, highly recommend it. It's a beautiful deck. Thank you, Angela, for creating such a lovely thing. And thank you, Josephine, for your beautiful artwork.